Welcome to this look at new mods on Farming Simulator 22 with me, MrSealyp. It's Tuesday the 5th of December. The thumbnail is not a lie, we have got well over 50 mods. Because we've got some packs, and one of the packs has got 37 buildings in it in its own right, which if they were released as individual decorative mods, yeah, we've got a lot. Updates today. The map Alma, Missouri, US by Celebuki has had an update that says it does not require a new save slot, new save game. Glenethan by Cavalier Roy, same thing, doesn't need a new save game, save slot. The map Green Hills Estate by Jampot72 says a new save is required. We've got the KSIH Magnum AFS US EU series by JDModding, the Castruna by GamerSamo, the American Flatbed Pack by GamerDesigns, the Krukoviak Z437 by JMZ VNSFDG2, and we've got the Grain Drying by DS Power, have all had updates. We have got three maps, two. The Forgotten Hills by Johnny X Pro and Marago Geep, I think it is, by Namog Mod and Dislau Game. We've got Bergenlandkreis Light. Now we've already had Bergenlandkreis. I couldn't find that original version, so as far as I can tell, this is an update. It may well be a completely new version, but anyway, three maps. I will get onto map tours as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to start with the European Decorative Buildings Pack by MrHector, which is in front of me. 131.40 megabytes download. These range from 2 slots up to 12 slots. They are all decorative buildings, but this pack does come with sleep trigger and it does come with a wardrobe trigger, so you can turn any of the buildings in this pack into a sleep point. These range from small sheds and outhouse, garages, through farmhouses, houses, flats. We've got like town halls, factories. There's loads. We've got churches. We've got a sort of townhouse, house with garage. Like I say, they are all decorative. The churches, there are two at midday and at 6 PM. The bells ring, but only ring for 15 minutes. And normally when you come past them, the choir is singing, but I think that might be after a certain time of day because it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. But if we go into build mode and farmhouses first, out to the end there. So as part of this pack, we've got sleep trigger with a doormat, sleep trigger without a doormat, and we've got the wardrobe trigger. 5, 1 and 1 slot counts on these. Well, I think we're only 1 anyway, which is pretty good. And if we go up to our decoration and others, and we start here. Now I'm not going to read them all out, I'm not going to put them all out. These are a selection of mods in this pack. Like I say, we have got loads. So we've got village house, and the prices vary, you know, as you can imagine, for the size of the building. Village house, village house, village house, village house. As we scroll through the different village houses, we've then got this village house here. Looks like that. Slightly different designs. Townhouses. Townhouse with garage. Garage on its own, so you can place that next to. We've then got modern house. Modern house with garage. Garage on its own. We've then got these modern houses, so various different styles depending on what sort of map you're on. Again, with garage, garage on its own. We then move on to the flat house, which is the one I've got there. So flats. We've then got various different sheds, barns, and buildings. Again, all decorative. We then move on to these, the municipal offices. So that is that one there. That is this one. And like I said, prices range rapidly. 18 grand, 12 grand, up to 220, 312. Then we've got the two churches, 268,000, 473,000. Then we move on to Horse Ranch Hotel. We've got Horse Ranch Stable. Now these aren't animal pens. We've then got factory, factory with side building, factory side building on its own. We've then got 2 bus stops. We've got a hunter's lookout tower, and we've got an outhouse. So like I say, there's an absolute ton of stuff in that pack, but all of it, the quality and level of detail on them is incredible. For the slot counts, absolutely amazing. So that's the European Decorative Buildings pack. Have a look through it, there'll be something you would want, I'm almost certain of it. Next we've got this. House with 1 floor. This is by gamerhzsFSH, 17.58 megabytes download, 31 slots on console, 100,000 to buy. I have put it round the wrong way, but that's okay. We don't worry about that too much. This you'll also find under farmhouses. Just there, slot count will come down to 2. I don't think we have an option for colour on this. No, we don't. So, if again, level of detail, loads going on. If we come around here to the front door, open the door, we do have lighting. Light switch on the wall here, so we can turn the lights on or off in the main section. We can go around here. We'll get our sleep trigger just in here. Light switch on the outside that does the bedroom light. We've then got a wardrobe trigger just here. If we go through, we can open the door into the washroom, bathroom. Then we go upstairs. Lighting switch for the upstairs is here. And we can go onto the balcony as well. Very nicely detailed. A lot going on. Very cool indeed. That's the house with one floor by gamerhzsFSH. We then move on to the garden plot. The garden plot is by DS Power, 8.23 megabytes download, 22 slots and 25 slots for these. It's 22 slots for the first 3, or should I say the first 6, and then the last 2 are 25 slots. You'll see why. Slight differences, not huge differences, but we've got the surface on this matches up to whatever you've got. The surface on this one is more of a gravel, and then the surface on this one is a lighter sort of, not crazy paving, but kind of. And the differences between them are, some take water, seed and fertiliser, some take water, seed and manure. Those are the differences. Putting in for the water, seed, manure or fertiliser is done at the front. Our box at the back here for dealing with, as you can see, tomatoes, lettuce or strawberries. This one is seed, solid fertiliser and water. The one next door, no, I set this one just to do strawberries. The one next door, I've got this one on seed, manure and water. But anyway, under build mode, under production, under greenhouses, and if I scroll back this way, it's where you'll find them. So they come in pairs, like I say. So the first one just says garden plot, that's the one that requires solid fertiliser. The one that says manure then requires manure. And then we've got the next one, so those two are based off that one. These two are based off this one. So again, solid fertiliser or the manure version. Then these two are based off this one, solid fertiliser or manure version. And then the last two, which are the 25 slot ones, they're all 10 grand, so not too expensive to buy, are based off these. Again, solid fertiliser or the manure version if you wish. And like I say, the level of detail on them is brilliant. I do rather especially like this one on the end. I don't know why. I just set this one to run all 3 because why not? Very cool indeed. That's the garden plot by DS Power. Next we've got this decorative object. We have a straw tractor. A tractor made out of bales, just to place wherever you want. Under build mode, under decoration, under others, just there. It's 100. The slot count on that, it is 0.77 megabytes download, 7 slots. Slot count comes down to 1 if you wanted to place multiple ones of those down, and only 100 to buy. That one is by SirSim. Next to that, we've got these. This is the Fieldbarrier pack by VertexDezign and Katsuo. 5.67 megabytes download, 3 slots each, 400 each. We've got 2 different designs. We've got a slanted gate one, and we've got a parallel gate, I guess is the best way to describe it. And each one we've got 4 different ones. We've got the green, the blue, the red, and striped in each. The detail on them and the sound effects. A little bit of a squeak on the hinges, a little bit of rust here and there. Very nicely made, very nicely detailed, all of them. These you will find not under fences, under build mode, also under decoration and others, just here. So we start on the end there, no, there, sorry, with the green, the blue, the red and the striped in that. And then we go on and we go to the parallel ones, I guess. Again, green, blue, red and striped at the back. That's the Fieldbarrier pack by VertexDezign and Katsuo. Next we've got the VDI old sheep stable by VertexDezign. I have a problem with this at the moment, I think. 18.29 megabytes download, 10 slots on console. It will hold 30 sheep, 79,500 to buy. This does come with an old manure heap as well, which is 2 slots, 5,000 to buy, and holds 40,000 litres. Under build mode and under animals is where you'll find it. We go along to our sheep. It's out there on the end. Slot count will come down to 1. Now it does say about placing the manure heap. If we go back up, we go to our buildings, go to our silos, and out to the end. Right on the end there, manure heap. Slot count comes down to 1, 5,000. So VDI old sheep stable mod. Now I sped through the night because of another mod we've got, and I had the message come up saying no space left for wall pallets. So I thought, okay, I've obviously filled it up. So very nicely made, very nicely detailed. We've got our storage barn building side of it, this side. Light switch just on the wall here, so we can turn our shed lights on or off. It is drive through, but we've got a lot of storage, and then we've got a doorway that goes into the sheep area, or we can open here. Now we've got triggers all over the place. If we go inside, just in here is where you get your dialog box for our 30. I've got 10 in here. If we open this inner gate, that's where you put your feed in. Now they haven't used a huge amount of feed, which is fine. But because it says about a manure heap, I thought, well, it must take manure. It must take straw. On that screen, it doesn't say it takes straw or requires straw. But I went and got some, and I've got 2 triggers here. I backed up and it took the straw. That being said, it didn't put any straw down on the ground anywhere. So I'm not quite sure. It definitely took straw. I then thought, well, maybe the second trigger's for water. So I tried water, nothing happening. I'm not quite sure what was happening there. But we do have, although there's not a ladder to get up to it, we do have kind of a hayloft up the top there. But this is the section where the wall pallets spawn. And despite the messages saying the area was full, I haven't got a single wall pallet spawned, which is curious. And added on to that, I did place the manure heap next to the building. I've got no manure either. So I did put straw in, and it hasn't produced any. And these come as part of a pack. I know normally you don't get manure from sheep, but it does say in the description. This old sheep stable can hold up to 40 animals, although it only says 30. The modernised shed can be used to store vehicles. The additional old manure heap can help or can store the manure. So I'm not sure what's happening there. No wall pallets, no manure spawning, double trigger. I don't know. It's unusual because VertexDezign stuff is normally spot on. It could be something I've done, could be the way I've placed it. But that's the VDI old sheep stable by VertexDezign. Next we've got these. This is the South American Classic Sheds by JDModding ARG. I'll say ARG, I normally say ARG, but it's short for Argentina, I think. This is 14.48 megabytes download. We've got 5 slots, 7 slots, 7 slots, and 34 slots. That's because that one's got a workshop in it. These are all under build mode and sheds, as you can see just here. We start off at 25 grand for the farm garage, which is open. That's this one here. The next one along is 30 grand for the brick one. The next one along is 35 grand. Sorry, it's 30 grand for that one. 35 grand for this one. And then the workshop is 45 grand on the end. We do have lighting just here. The trigger was a little bit finding the trigger. There we go, turn off lights. So we've got turn on or off our lights like that. What I do like about these, they've got a hidden door. I mean, you look at the door and you go to open it and think, oh, I can't get the door to open. I went round and round. Look, it's here. At the right light, you can just see it. It's seamless. If we come up to here, how cool is that? Anyway, light switch on all of them inside, and then we can open the main door like that. This one's exactly the same, just this one's brick, this one's rendered, plastered. Actually, this one's concrete, isn't it? Yeah, concrete. And then if we move to this one, this is one with a workshop in it. Again, door open there. Come inside. Should really close that. Then open this. There we go. With a workshop trigger just inside here. Nice big opening, so you should have no problem at all getting large vehicles in or out. So that's the South American Classic Sheds by JDModding Arge. Next we've got the grain storage with hen house. Now this was, well, this is grain storage. I didn't find a trigger for, I'll show you where it is. This is by MrHector, 33.7 megabytes download, 46 slots on console, 80 grand to buy. It will hold 50 chickens around the back of the building. So if we go to animals and we go to our chickens, it's that building on the end. Now that doesn't give you a capacity. So when it says grain storage, I think you can just put stuff inside. It doesn't actually have a silo built in per se. We don't have the option to change colour on this. However, let's jump out of there. Sound effects and stuff on this. Brilliant. We've got light switches, all very nicely marked. If you've got your interactive zone markers on, that will make life a little bit easier. We'll open the side door and come out. We go around the back of the building here. We've got our chickens, our dialogue box for our 50. We've got our feed trigger for our chickens there. Egg pallet spawn there. This door does open. Oh, nice and creaky. Now what we do have on the corner here and on the corner down the bottom, we've got this option here, wall with plaster or wall with brick. So if I do that now, you can change this wall here, which does the entire wall. These doors open. We come inside here. So we've got light switches in and out. Doors open and close. Like I say, I think it's designed to have concrete walls, so you just store it on the ground. And then this corner just here, we've then got the option to do this wall here, wall with plaster or brick wall. Now, it doesn't do the front wall, and I haven't found a trigger for the front wall. I think it's just the back walls that do it. Now, whilst it does have solar panels on the roof, there's no information about whether or not it gives you like per calendar month payments or anything like that I can see, that I can tell. Anyway, but that's the grain storage with hen house by MrHector. Next we've got by Chenben, we have got the sugar production pack. Blimey. This is what I'm talking about the packs. We've got a lot going on here. We've got multiple buildings that do various different things, and it's very, very cool. It's like the great production pack that Chenben brought out. I have got a separate piece of paper which I just realised I need to grab because that's got all my details on it for this mod. So we'll start off with under build mode and we'll go to silos, because as part of this pack we do have these. So we've got a large sugarcane silo, or these two here. We've then got a large sugar beet silo, these two just here. So we can store our sugarcane or sugar beet, which is what you need for this production. We then go from there up to our production and to our factories, and we come to here. So we've got the sugar mill, which is this building in the middle, but it does a lot more than the normal. So the sugar mill, 29 slots, 100,000 to buy. Slot count comes down to 2, as you can see. Next building along is confectionery. So this is your candy factory, candy shop. This one is 19 slots, 65 grand to buy. Slot count will come down to 1. Then the next one along is production of animal feed, which is this building just here. Again, it's pretty cool what this does. This one is 23 slots, 60 grand, slot count comes down to 1. Then we come from there and we go to our sell points. We scroll across. Now I didn't put it down, but we do have a biomass heating plant. Now the biomass heating plant will take all the things that the regular biomass heating plants will take, but it does take an additional thing, bagasse I think it's called, which is a byproduct from one of the factories. Now I didn't put it down because I needed the bagasse to go to distribute from one to another and not go to the biomass. But if you want the biomass heating plant, that's 13 slots, 40 grand. It will look like this, so pretty standard. It's a sell point, it's not a production. But then next to that we've then got the market stall, which is this one here. The market stall is 14 slots, 5 grand to buy, and that gives you the ability to sell a lot of the things that are part of this pack. Now we will go over to the sugar factory first, because that's the starting point. We do have a list of what happens here, so that as you can see the bagasse there, if we go down and follow that line, goes to the biomass heating plant. But we've got all these byproducts that come out of this. So we go to the factory. So we've got sugar beet sugar, sugar beet cut sugar. but it produces sugar, it produces dehydrated beet pulp, and it produces molasses on that recipe, or sorry, both of those recipes. So whether you're doing sugar beet sugar or sugar beet cut sugar, it will give you those. We've then got sugar cane sugar. Now this will give you sugar, it will give you molasses, it gives you cane juice, and it gives you the bagasse, which is this stuff just here, which can be sold at the biomass heating plant if you want to. But that can, I've put it all on distributing because it needs to go elsewhere. And then we've got sugar cane sugar. So you can produce cane sugar separately to the regular sugar. Again, that's on distributing because there are certain recipes that then require that moving forward. So that's the sugar mill. Like I say, I've put them all onto distributing. You can put them on storing, and then you can take them off and you can sell them if you want to. But if we then come out from there and we go to our SWEEEET factory, we can do various different candies. So we've got candy sugar, candy cane sugar, then we've got honey candy sugar, strawberry candy sugar, then we've got candy cane sugar, candy cane sugar, honey candy cane sugar, and strawberry candy cane sugar. So the first four are these that just require sugar. The next four are the same, but they require cane sugar. But they also require, if you go for the honey and the strawberry candy canes, you're going to need honey and strawberries. So sugar will come from wherever you want your sugar to come from, but it can come from your sugar mill. Water needs to be in here, 100,000 litres that will take. Honey and strawberries, it will do 50,000 litres of each. And then the cane sugar, which will come from your production. And then you set these all off and running. And when they're done, you will get pallets. I don't think I've got any around the back here, but I did pull some out the front here. I've got one of each ready to go. And they will look like these. So we've got strawberry candy, traditional candy, candy cane, and honey candy. So it doesn't matter whether you do the regular recipe or you do the cane sugar recipe, you'll only get these four types out, but it just gives you more processes to run for your sweetest candies, which are these. Which then brings me on to the production of animal feed, and this is pretty cool as well. So best quality cattle food. If we click on this, we can do total mix ration beet waste and total mix ration sugarcane waste. So if I put those both on now, because I had everything onto distributing, this is what distributed overnight. I did put the silage in myself, but our total mix ration, that will do, it takes dehydrated beet pulp, molasses and silage, and that will produce total mix ration for you. Or if you do the sugarcane one, the sugarcane one takes the bagasse, which I was talking about, and molasses, and makes total mix ration. So it's just a different way of doing total mix ration included in the pack. I've just set those two off, literally just set them off. I've already got 6 litres and it's chugging away. So it's a pretty cool pack, I have to say. The ins and outs and all of them, if you've got your things showing, you'll see that the in's done here, the out is done here. You saw where the pallets spawned around the back of the candy shop. We've then got our in and out, in done around the side. Total mix ration comes out the back. It's cool. And the buildings themselves, really nicely made, nicely detailed. Does the job. That's the Sugar Production Pack by Chenben. Next, we've got this. This is the, I don't know why I just pointed at the screen, you can't see me pointing at the screen. This is the Amazon AW6600. This is by GamerDesigns Austria, 9.86 megabytes download, 8 slots on console, 6.6 meters wide. It will run at 11 miles per hour. It is a field roller. No, not a field roller. Well, yeah, technically, it's a roller for doing your seed bed preparation. So that's where you'll find it, under tools, under rollers. Now the standard in-game rollers only go 7 miles an hour. This one will go 11. We have some that go 15 now, and I think there's a Katrina that goes at 26 odd. But anyway, options on this, we can change the lower link balls, yes or no. Design color changes the rollers, like so. Those are the choices. Start this up. Unfold it. Drop it down. And away we roll. Nice and straightforward. I am seeing it's not liking the bumps too much. There is a bit of flex in it. Raise it up. Fold it up. There you go. That's the Amazon AW6600 by GamerDesigns, Austria. Next, we've got this. This is the Lizard ATA14. This is by JDModding Arge. This 5.55 megabytes download, 5 slots on console. It is an auger wagon. You'll find it under auger wagons. Just there, 22 grand for the base model, 90 horsepower required, 17,000 litre capacity. We have got the option of BKT and Midas, those are the only two. We've got standard inverted tyres on each. We've got a cover, yes or no. We've got main colour, anything on that palette. We've got design colour, anything on that palette, which does the cover and the decals. And then we've got rim colour option. Let's go for something that stands out. There we go. Those are our choices. Cover open and closed, like so. Pipe out. Once the pipe is out, this is fixed in place. There's no movement on the pipe. We can't adjust the head or anything like that. But if depending on the tractor, at least with this one, we have got the option to raise and lower from the hitch. Now that could be the tractor, but sometimes it's the trailer, to get the balance of the vehicle just right. And that's it. It takes your regular auger wagon type things. The Lizard ATA14 by JDModding Arge. Next, we've got this. This is something a bit different. This is the Pits Chip Trailer by GamerDesigns. 10.01 megabyte download, 7 slots on console. Made in America, as you can see, but it has this on the back. So this is designed to work with wood chippers. So the pipe throws into the back rather than from the top. It's a back-loading one through that gap. The cover, don't open the top or anything like that. It's all done here. But when it unloads, it stays flat as well. It doesn't lift. So if you're unloading wood chip into a low-roofed building, that kind of thing, it works really well. This you will find under forestry equipment. Just there, the 2017 chip trailer, 25 grand. And we do have some unreal capacities on this one as well. So we click on there. We've got a 70,000 litre, 100,000, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350,000 litre capacity if you want to. But if you don't want to, you can just have it a regular 70,000. It's entirely up to you. Main colour, anything on this palette here. Rim colour, any one of these three, black and chrome. And then we've got license plate option 2. So what I'm going to do is start this up, turn that on. So what should happen, hopefully, if I've got this right. Could probably do putting that forward a little bit. Let's I think because the pipe on that does sit quite high, and look at the angle of that. Let's go like that. That might be a little bit better. Let's see how that goes. That's better. There we go. It goes into the back. Jump back in there. We've got 1,198 litres in there. I'm just about seeing the back there. I've got that on 350,000 litres because, you know, because you just do, don't you? And that's what it does. It's a wood chip trailer. It's very cool. Obviously you wouldn't be doing this by hand, you know. You can use the crane, you can use whatever you want. It's just something a bit different, that, isn't it? I like it. So, that's the Pits Chip Trailer by GamerDesigns. Next, I said about packs and I wasn't kidding. This is the Bizon pack by Deus Vault. It is 125.89 megabytes download. We have 3 different harvesters and 1 header in this pack. The level of detail on these is just staggering. I will go through all the options. I won't read them all out. I will scroll through them. But you can see starting down here, I think this is the smaller one. We've got a 2,000 litre tank to 2.5. I think we've got a 2.5 to 2.8 and then a 3,000 litre tank. So these are just the evolutions of the Bizon. And then various different options on the header. But we've got, when you move the header, the reel on this, the movement of everything. And when you turn these on, the threshing and it vibrates. They're just honestly just fantastic. I did initially think, oh, we've already got a lot of Bizons, but yeah, these are amazing. So I'll start with the header because that kind of makes sense. We'll go with that. Just there, the Bizon header. So there's only one in this pack, but slot count on that, what did I say it was, or didn't I say what it was, is 12. 4.2 meters wide, comes down to 1. Now, we've got the option of covers, yes. You've got lower cover on, top off. Upper cover on, lower off, or both off if you want to go for that. And that's the same on all the options. Then we've got the Z040, Z050, sorry, 5050. We've got the Z056 1 to 2, Z0563 and the Z0581. Like I say, it scrolls through a ton of different options depending on what harvester you've gone for. You've then got crop dividers, that one, those, rapeseed module or back. We've got main colour, anything on this palette which matches up with the harvesters, and then we've got that, so we can do the real colour as well. I'll just do that so you can see them. So that's the header. If we then go to harvesters, I'm going to have to speed up because I've realised we've got some more to do. So here we go. We start with the Bizon Z040. We've got the Bizon Super and the Bizon Record. So the first one is 29 slots. That one's 31 slots. That one's 28 slots. So this one we do start at 2,000 litres. So we've got the option, I think the options on tyres are the same in all of them. We've got Lizard, or we've got FMZ or FMZ. FMZ or FMT. Oh. Anyway, so we've got narrow 2, and then we've got narrow 2. We've then got chopper on the back. We've got cover, chopper 2, chopper 3, back to cover. We've got railings at the front. So we've got cabin like that, roof, cabin 2, back to railings. So we do have cabin options if you want to get out of the inclement weather, and the cabins do change depending on the style you want to go for. We then got covers, yes or no. That puts the covers down the bottom there, so again you can see the belts moving if you want, or if you want to be a bit more safe you can take them off. We've got rubber mats, yes or no. Each one of these does have the option for the covers and the rubber mats. There's a few other bits that do change on them. We then got main colour, as I said, matches up like that. If we do our cabin colour, we can do that. If you haven't got a cabin on, it won't change the cabin colour. We've got the chopper colour on the back, so if we've gone for a chopper like that, we can change the chopper colour. And that's the same on each of them as well. Let's go for something that stands out. There you go. So you can see the whole chopper section. Then rim colour, again, anything on this palette here. We've got sort of silver there, or if you want to mix and match, you can. So that's the Z040. Then we've got the Bizon Super. So this one starts at 2,500 litres. So we go through that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Then we go to this. As we go to the 50/50, we go from 2,500 to 2,800 litres. And then we go through a couple of different options like that on those as well, and then back to that. So like I say, there's a load to choose from. Wheel brand, same options as I said. We then got chopper, again, cover, chopper 2, chopper 3, back to cover. Again, on this one we got railing option, roof, cabin 2, cabin 3, or back off again. So we've got a couple of different options. Rubber matting option again, inside yes or no. Main colour again, anything on that palette. Cabin colour, again, if you've got a cabin on there. Chopper colour, if you want to change that on the back, you can. And then rim colour. And then we move on to the Bizon Record. This one starts, I think this one is at 3,000 litres regardless. So this is 3,000 litres, so the slightly larger one. Again, same options, 4 out. Oh, actually, no, it's not the same. Lizard, we only have that option. But then on the other one, we've got that and that on the back. We've then got same options, although the cover isn't. The cover is solid on this one rather than a material cover. We've then got chopper 2, and back. No chopper 3 on that one. We then got the model Z0581. Then we go through these different options. So those options. Then got cabin 2, and back again. So that's got 2 cabin options, but slightly different. We've then got covers again, yes or no. Down the bottom, rubber matting, yes or no. Pipe cover, this one's got on the end, yes or no. And then we've got the same options for our main colour, design colour, chopper colour and rim colour. So, we'll start off with this one. I'll show you what I mean about the reel. Watch the movement as we do that. Look at the... Turn that on, belt's going, and look at the actual harvester vibrating. The wobble of the steps, the wobble of the light section on the back, it's fantastic. Look at this. But what I like as well is the animations on the inside as well of the driver and the things you're doing. Look, belts and the movement. We do pipe out. Pipe in. We don't have doors and windows. Oh yeah, we've got this. We can open the top section, which puts the support bar out as well if you want. It's awesome. If we do just enable and disable straw swap, it takes a little bit of time. Oh yeah, okay. I haven't actually. Oh, I have got some in the tank. But anyway, you can enable or disable the straw swap on the back there. Interior. It's brilliant. Love it. Next one. This one we're outside, but again, the animations, lights, beacon on this one, horn. It's great. Same thing again as well. We turn this on. It's brilliant. I'll show you the last one. It does the same things, but it's just a slightly different design. Like I say, the level of detail on these. Oh, actually, I don't have a better on this one because I've got the different set on that. Lights, beacon, horn. I think we can open crane saw on the top as well. There we go. Slightly different unfolding. But just wow! Will it let me? I will, even if I've got that on. Is that not just fantastic? Yeah, it's a bit loud, but who cares? It would be in the real world. And it is that thing I've said so many times before. You kind of look and you go, oh yeah, you know, we got another Bizon. But I can keep saying it until I'm blue in the face. The time and energy that's gone into the detail and the finessing and the making sure that each model is faithful to how it is and how they would be, and it's just incredible. They're amazing. Anyway, sorry, that's the Bizon pack by Deus Volt, which brings you on to the last of the mods for today, and it's a cool one. It's this. I know it says Lizard. It's the Mercedes-Benz MB Trac series. 39.28 megabytes download, 26 slots on console. And this is by Bremi 456. There's some really nice options on this. It looks great. It sounds great. I mean, the level of detail. It's just... I don't know what's wrong with it. I'm loving it today. Loving it. Wider track width. This reminded me very much of the Unimog. I don't know why. It just had a feel. I don't know if it's a colour or something like that. But anyway, this you'll find under small tractors. Right on the end, 60 grand for the base model. We start off with the standard 1982 to 1987. Then we've got the 87 to 91. Then we've got a used version, which I really like because you go to the used version, it does all that on the back. Hang on. But it also does the exhaust as well. It makes it kind of rusty. We've then got a used 87 to 91. That changes a couple of bits on the back, that's all. There's not a huge amount of changes. We then go to the Silver Thistle, We've got the grey white, the sap green, which I really liked. We've got the family, quite bright, and then back to the standard. We've then got engine setup, 95 horsepower, 100 horsepower. A couple little changes happen there. We then go to 110 horsepower for the Trac 1100, and then the Trac 1100 optimized 150 horsepower. We then go to realistic transmission again on those horsepowers, 95 horsepower, 100 horsepower, 110, 150, and then back again. I really do like the used look. Let's go for the used. Where's that one? Yeah. We've got Trelleborg, we've got BKT, Continental, Michelin, Mitas, Vredestein, back again. Under Trelleborg we have got, and we'll go back to that again, because that goes from that to that, then that, and back again. BKT, sorry, hang on, BKT, Continental, Michelin, Mitas, Vredestein, back to Trelleborg. We've got 3-point, yes or no. We've got folding window, we've got front, yes, rear, yes, or both. I've got one with and one without. We've got telescopic mirrors, yes or no. We've then got additional lights. We've got yes. We've got beacon light, and then beacon light with additional lights. We've then got, have we got any more after that? No. Then we've got attacher type standard, and on the back we've got the Charmula. So standard like that, Charmula like that. We've then got the air filter cyclone, so we've got the standard air filter on the front, and we've got the cyclone like that. We've got side guards, so this adds extensions onto our mud guards basically, yes or no. We've got top cabin decal, we can take the decals on or off at the top, it's just the stripe on the side. We've then got remote valves, we've got 2 valves on the front or 3, it adds some extra valves on. Brilliant. We've then got hub standard or without protection. Front loader attacher, we've got a stole or not, and then license plate. So let's hop in, start it up. So under R1 and right stick side to side, if we've gone for the option of the windows that open, we've got those. I'll show you the other option on the other one. Now if we go L1, R1, left stick side to side does the roof. So we've got the air vent sunroof. We've then got right stick side to side does the door, and right stick up and down, can you see the windows going? Right stick up and down does the windows, and that does the windows both sides as well, which is very cool. So from inside, interior, incredibly detailed. This one I went for the realistic transmission, I think. I just think it looks fantastic. So detailed. And the wear on it, if you go for the used one especially, just tremendous. And then this one, I went for the wider track on this. The cyclone on the front. So there's a couple of changes. I went for the mirrors, although they don't actually extend, but we do have. Oh, right, now if you haven't gone for the window on the back that opens and closes that way, we go for this option here. I can now look, we can slide that window rather than open the other way. Cool feature, cool option, like that. Then we've got the same options as we had on the previous one. L1, R1, left stick side to side does the air vent on the roof. Then we've got the door, opens and closes, and the windows up and down. It's got a nice bit of movement on the front end as well. It has got suspension on there. It's brilliant. It's a very cool mod. We've got some brilliant mods today, I have to say. Some very, very cool stuff. I hope I've managed to fit it all in. That's it. That's the mods for Tuesday the 5th of December. I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.